Taipans fans rejoice! How about that game last night? We absolutely killed it. Welcome back everyone to another episode of Taipans Fan TV, where I'll be going over our enormous victory against Perth Wildcats in Perth. Okay, as you can see from the stats below, the end score was 99-76, a big 23-point win, where the rest of the league were absolutely gobsmacked about Cairns beating down the champs on their home ground. And if we take a look into the extended stats, we shot 57% from the field and 50% from three, and Perth only shooting low percentages, low 30s from each area. And you think you'd look at the stats, you think we were the home team, but look, Perth did grab an extra 15 offensive rebounds, but they were just unable to take advantage of the extra possessions. But on the other hand, we definitely took advantage of our possessions, but defensively we didn't let them get their usual looks, and they didn't respect our three balls. I mean, last week, as I mentioned, we shot about 33s, I think it was, for a total of 63 shots. Almost 50% for the game, but still shot a high clip against them. Still come out with a loss, but I think just this game defensively, we turned it up, and then we ended up, turning those defensive stops into buckets down the other end, and just led on to our lead, and just grew and grew and grew, and no one could guard Nate in the block, Nate Joai. He just caught it too deep every time. He would just make his moves, go up every time, and just make a pass out of it. And then, we didn't even let them get their threes. Bryce Cotton didn't get too comfortable, and it was just a massive win on the road and something to keep the fans keen and excited. But look, it's a massive win on the road for us. We're going to take a look into our big time players of the game, but look, sorry Perth, but there's absolutely no one that deserved a spot here. I think Cairns were just way too strong on your home floor, but Cam Oliver and Majuk Deng both had 22 points each, shooting a high clip from the field, adding their rebounds to the totals as well. Scott Machado with an all-rounded game, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 70% shooting from the field. That's still pretty good. Kawat Noi had a better shooting game. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds. DJ Nubu had 11 points with another good 5 assists, but it was just an all-rounded performance from the Taipans, and being their only game of the round, I didn't expect nothing less than a strong game. So, and Coach Kelly didn't get them too comfortable either. I know no matter how big the lead was or how hot we were shooting, we really kept our composure defensively and got stops and continued to get stops and turn that into points on the other end. But I think there was about Cameron Oliver finished an alley-oop and he come back, bit of a swag in his walk, but it nearly costed him a bucket on the other end, and he sort of let him know there. And the game's not over yet, so once the game was over, then we can enjoy our time. But I think we keep that strong mentality of a 100% game, not an 80%, 90% game. We keep that playing that 100% game. We can win against every team. Going in Perth against Perth, it doesn't really matter. I think we can get the job done against anyone. But look, we can only pick one to be our standout player of the game, so that is going to be Cameron Oliver. With 22 points, 4 of 5 from 3, led the team and the game in rebounds with 9. Also 1 assist, 2 blocks and 1 steal, so a very overall game from Cameron Oliver. He really showed his stuff. He plays a centre, but he plays like a small forward. I like the way he can move. I like the way he can stroke the ball with his jump shot. And they got to start respecting that. And once they do start respecting that, he'll put the ball on the floor, and you'll see some more, maybe some posterized dunks. Now, looking on to the next game, we've got Taipans versus Adelaide 36ers. It's going to be another road game for us down at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre on Friday the 25th of October. I'm pretty sure we got a double header that round, because I know there is a home game against Melbourne on the 28th, I think it is. But look, 6:30 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. You should be able to catch that on ESPN or SBS On Demand. But enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you're going to be watching any of the other NBL games, enjoy those games. There's some good matchups throughout the rest of the weekend. But I'll be back with you guys on Friday the 25th against Adelaide for our pre-game, our must-see matchups, my predictions, who I think is going to win the game and all that. But besides that, that's Taipans TV for today. We'll talk to you guys next week. And always remember, go the mighty Taipan.